What's up, YouTube? This is the Vocal Citizen. This is Vocal Citizen Reacts. Today we're doing some more K.A.A.N. I've had a lot of people ask me for K.A.A.N. I've got quite a lot of K.A.A.N coming, but Jack in the Box and Jack Daniel, are you related? Both asked me to do 4 for 1 by K.A.A.N. So that is what I'm doing. I couldn't find a video. I couldn't even find a fucking lyrics video. So we're just doing this like little background thing here. Whatever. I want to hear the song. It's fucking K.A.A.N. I love K.A.A.N. So here we go. This is for you guys. You can reach me at VocalCitizen on Instagram and Twitter. You can DM me there. You can comment down below with your requests. I ask that since you've already given me the view on the video, go ahead and like it if you want to. My tech is old school again because fuck reaction cam. Their shit stopped working. It worked fine. I paid for the pro, and then all of a sudden it won't load a single video, not even my own original content. It won't load anything. So I've gone back to this because that's what I felt like doing. Anyway, here we go. Yeah.
Look, as a child I dealt with abuse, infusing pain with the mic. Felt like the world was on my shoulders, took attempts on my life. I understand that isn't healthy, like how the fuck could it help me? Reflecting this in the dawn and realizing I was selfish. But you couldn't tell me no day for rent. Try all you want, I'm not listening. We had no shelter or place we could turn. This shit is routine and the lesson I've learned is keep your mouth shut, the more quiet you want. No yelling and screaming inside of the house, cause that wasn't ever lousy. I wasn't raised to believe I could possibly be anything that I wanted. There is no support for the kid with a hole in his head. They grew with his head, they tell me the way I should go. Everything I should already know. All the emotions I'm willing to show. My God, I listen to question the growth. What's funny, so I'm feeling mentally stuck. I live on the edge and I don't give a fuck. A handful of pills that was never enough. The way that I cope when it's living is tough. But if I recall when you've been through it all, you niggas are speaking no problems and poverty hasn't you actually seen it. But bitch, when we lived in that trailer, we never read nothing but roaches around and we couldn't complain. My parents were bickering, it's always the same. My mother was picking us up at the school. We be in the back of that decision wagon. 96.3 on the radio blast. It's Smokey Robinson with us relaxing. Quiet storm before we step in the man. It's all of that beat that we had in our past. It's walking the door, but it's yelling and screaming. There wasn't a place that I ever felt safe and I couldn't relate to the kids that I saw cause I felt like they all had it better than.
Oh my God. It's K.A.A.N. I do other reactions and you know, you can follow along, but you really gotta pay attention with a K.A.A.N song. He basically talking about, he grew up in a trailer, there were roaches everywhere, there was trash everywhere, there was constant yelling and screaming. When he would go to school and he would come home from school, he would come home to bickering and shouting, and there was nowhere that he felt safe. That's a fucking shitty way to grow up. Even if you live in a palace and you have all the money in the world, that bothers me as a mother, that people live in this world in houses where the parents don't just say, that's enough, I'm just gonna be single, I'm not doing this with you in a relationship. I don't care if you're the father of my children, I don't give a fuck who you are. It's nothing but negativity in here. So it explains a lot about a lot of, you know, K.A.A.N's lyrics and how he talks about his mind's going 1,000 miles an hour. When you grow up in chaos, your brain forms in chaos. So you will always have a chaotic mind. I mean, it worked out for us because we get to hear his music, the product of all of that, but what a shitty way for kids to grow up. That's just a shitty way for kids to grow up. Even if you don't have a lot, even if, you know, you are paycheck to paycheck and sometimes you have to choose, you know, between keeping the Wi-Fi on or buying groceries. If the house is fairly harmonious, it's livable. It sucks, but it's livable. But even if you're filthy rich, constant fighting, screaming, tension, turmoil, it's horse shit for kids to have to grow up that way. They have to see conflict to be able to understand conflict resolution, but if you live in a house where it's nothing but conflict, there is no resolution to it, it's just constant tension. Poor kids. That's child abuse in my opinion. Take your fights somewhere else, people. Quit fucking up your kids.
In the door, but yelling and screaming. There wasn't a place that I ever felt safe, and I couldn't relate to the kids that I saw, cause I felt like they all had it better than me, cause they don't have to deal with the shit that I deal with. I stay in the middle of arguing shit on myself and believing this shit is my fault. Every time they would fight, it was drift. Closing my eyes and my ears and my room when I open the book, man, that shit never cease. And I want to be free, but there's nowhere to leave. I wonder why people keep fucking with me, cause when I was in school, they would tell me I'm focused. I never retained anything I was taught, so they put it on me like that shit was my focus. It couldn't be something that wasn't the way of the place that I stay, cause I never got help. My mother got tired from busting the rest, like dropping this off and then going to work and then picking this up and then bringing this home to a man that appreciates nothing at all. They running
fucking hell. I was told this was 4 songs in one, which is why it's called 4 for 1, so I think that was a good place to pause. I like the message at the end. You have to realize that life isn't fair. You gotta realize that you can't do shit about the way you're brought up. So once you survive it, once you get out of it, once you're on your own, even if you start out living with friends or going to live with a different family member, or you just save up enough money and strike out on your own for whatever, even when you're an adult, even if you're still living in the house where all the turmoil happened, you have a choice. You can choose to be that same kind of person who raised you, or you can choose to look at the bright side of life and go for the positive things and be like, okay, I'm fucking done with that horse shit now. I'm gonna go live my life the way I want to. And for a lot of people, it changes them into becoming more positive people, even if they still deal with depression and anxiety. Why wouldn't you if you grew up that way? But material shit really doesn't mean anything. I mean, everything that I give a fuck about in this world, and I'm almost 50, every possession I give a fuck about in this world will fit in my car with plenty of room for the dog and the cat. Like, possessions don't mean shit. You can't take shit with you. Live a good life. Keep yourself fed. Take care of yourself. If you make other people, take care of them as well, and don't raise them like he just described. Be a good fucking person and tell the people that you love them, and keep yourself alive. If you become rich, great. If you become successful, great. But the point of being a human being is to be raised, learn what you can from those who raise you, and then go out and be a productive, caring, and law-abiding adult. That's the point of life. Soulmates and, you know, being famous or being rich or being super successful at, you know, whatever you're trying to do. Those are all nice things, but it's not the point of life. As humans, we've decided we've got to collect all kind, you know, swords and TVs and shit like that. You know, you got to have an Apple Watch. You got to have a Tom McDonald shirt. No, you fucking don't. Okay. Okay. Come on. Ooh. Ah. That was, wow. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that 3 or 4 more times before I can catch all the fucking bars. But the one thing I did catch that's caught, I can't talk. The one that I did catch that stuck in my head was that we consider him a diamond in the rough, or he considers himself. I'll have to go back and re-listen to it because he said it so fast. And then, you know, you listen to things as you're processing the bars before that. It gets hard. God. I'm a K.A.A.N fan for life. The dude is, he's stupid fucking talented. He's just, He's stupid talented. It's really mad that I can't buy his albums. I can't buy his shit on iTunes. It's upsetting because he's so fucking it's yeah, diamond in the rough. I love this word. It's flabbergasting how good this guy. He's so stupid how fucking talented he is. Why he's not king of the world, I don't know. Come on. Okay.
Number 3.
Okay.
4-1.
Yep.
Loud.
Knowledge.
Look. Loud. Man, that's what I got. I would never give you nothing that was average. A young black savage, fast rap master. Either way you see me as the master. On the plantation, delicious destruction. My shit is salacious. Distribute discussions, attributing to how I think I can't function. These guys on the internet think they did something. Oh no, time for me to put them in their place quick. Lyrically impeccable, punctually embrace it. Face to face, your fade that fades or face to fame is fake as fuck. Mistakes that I make, I gotta work with that selective amnesia. Focus on the text and follow all of the procedures. Maybe I'll take a break cause I'm tired, I wanna breathe. I know these evil motherfuckers will look to deceive us. Jesus, so you're there and you hear a nigga talking. I've been calling you for years, I feel like you just ignore it. Like telling your secretary, jot it down, he's not important. Take his name and his number and tell him I'm busy. I call him when I can if I ever get a chance. If he's giving you attitude, then just fuck him in advance. I ain't blowing him up cause I know that nigga needed me. Won't forgiveness of his sins, he need a pen and want a remedy depending on the pain. Cause that's all that he's got, man. I know that's the truth. I'm subjecting myself to silence out of two with no silence inside of me. Soon to subdue, I'm submitting myself when I plummet. I pray they put poems inside of my casket. My posture, my spirit is piercing. My peers don't adhere to the fear or the feel like a pyramid. The peak of a pyramid, pissing on pitiful peons for penances. Plenty pretty petty pressing matters that I know that I need to address. My sobrieties first, I get high in excess. That don't equal success. It just means I feel less than alive. I'm surprised that I made it as far as I have when I'm lacking on moral compass and ashamed of my past. Still remember when them niggas told me I was trash. I wanted to spit a couple of bars, but I'm aware that they would laugh. Now I never think about them cause all I did was surpass them. Law and knowledge.
You know, he said whap whap. Got hooked on the letter P there for a second, didn't he? It's fucking rad. He said he was going to put poetry in his casket. Maybe I caught that wrong. This is really long, you guys. It's fucking rad, but it's really long. Yeah, there's a lot in here I'm going to have to go back and re-examine. I'm going to listen to it again. That's for sure. I've run out of adjectives. I have run out. I've run out of fucking adjectives to use to describe this guy. It makes me sick to my stomach that I can't buy it. Because this kind of insanity and intensity all at the same time is something that I would bump in my car as I'm driving. Like when I drive down to see my daughter and it's 7.5 hours, I would just be listening to the car and the whole to the fucking intensity would keep me so jacked I wouldn't need coffee. All right, here we go. One more. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Ooh. Oh, fuck. That's it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you recognizing all the work. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Well, that's it. 4 for fucking 1. Oh yeah, January 12th is like 19. It's like January 12th, 1990, and it's got a question mark in there. That shit's coming out September 22nd. Bitch. Yeah, and we got more videos for it too. Bitch. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Alright, that's it. I'm done.
He's a fucking clown, dude. Wow, that last one, the bar that struck me the most was destroying a family from the inside out. Because I got the gist of that, and how timely is this reaction video and that 4th part talking about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I'm just going to say something on behalf of the ultra-white people. Stop fucking saying that all lives matter. Everybody knows that, okay? When there were activists out there fighting for ants on a fucking anthill, we realized that all lives matter. Okay? What happened to George Floyd was fucking murder. You'd have to be an ant on an anthill not to recognize that. And I love the protests. If I weren't so immunocompromised, I'd be out there leading the motherfucking things. But we're in the middle of a pandemic. But I support Black Lives Matter. Racism is fucking stupid. And I'm glad that the protests are having some effect. Not enough effect, but some effect. And I think that a huge, huge way that we could prove that Black Lives Matter is to release all of the imprisoned people who are overwhelmingly African American for non-violent drug crime. Using drugs is a victimless crime. Being in possession of it is a victimless crime. I can't fucking talk today. And I've got a whole bunch of reaction videos to do, which sucks. But the Black Lives Matter thing is a big fucking deal. And it's 2020. 2020. I was born in December of 1972. So I went to school on military bases around the world with people of all colors and cultures and, you know, nationalities and everything else. You know, I'm ashamed to be a white person. Because white people are such fucking assholes. And there are a lot of white people who have come out and are protesting. Like I said, I would be on the streets protesting, but I am not fucking silent. Being racist is stupid. Police officers, they know. I said this in another one of my, I think it was K.A.A.N Protocol, the video that I did in there. I said that being a police officer, police departments are businesses. And they get funding from the county, from the state, from people's taxes. It's all good. But when it gets right down to it, it's a fucking business. And if you would take the business, the dollars out of law enforcement, serve and protect motherfuckers, you take the quotas or the efficiency expectation ratios out of it, then law enforcement would not focus on people that they know are probably, or they are assuming because of the color of their skin, are not going to be able to hire a lawyer or go ahead and pay the fines. So they zero in on that demographic, on what they perceive to be the poor black demographic. I have known people who have worked in the business departments of police departments, and I'm telling you, it's a business, and they have to make a certain number of arrests and issue a certain number of citations, hence requiring a certain number of fines in order to keep the business running. Take the business out of the fucking business. Oh, and by the way, the fucking tasers that you have, the fucking mace that you have, the fucking guns that you have, it's 2020. Is there no way to come up with something like what was in Demolition Man with the fucking glow rod, where you don't kill a person in order to be able to neutralize the threat? Just touch them on the head with the little fucking thing, and it probably uses hypersonic pulses to, you know, overload the ears and can knock a person unconscious. The science exists. They talked about it in Star Trek back in the fucking 80s, dude. You can use a hypersonic pulse to render someone unconscious. So if you have a fun little glow rod that you just touch to somebody's head, you can knock them unconscious, and then guess what? Now you don't have to put your knee on their fucking neck for 8 minutes and 47 seconds. This video is 22 minutes long. I don't give a fuck. I'm the vocal citizen. I'm talking about it. K.A.A.N brought it up, talking about racial disparity. And I had to say something because the time is fucking now. And silence, and being silent is being complicit, especially if you're fucking white. You gotta say something. I'm not gonna say fuck the police because there are a lot of really great police officers, but as soon as you take the efficiency expectation quotients out of the situation and you take the money out of law enforcement and you get the fucking racists out, that's not hard to do. If you have it, I think every white police officer should be forced to work side by side with a black police officer for their first few years. A, so that the black police officer can be like, hey, that's kind of fucked up, we're not doing that. Or B, the black police officer can go to his boss and be like, I think this guy's kind of a racist. And maybe something can be fucking done about it, because something needs to be done about it, because not all cops are bastards. 23 minutes, don't care. If you clicked on 4 for 1, then you knew it was going to be a long fucking video. Peace out. Thank you, Jack in the Box and Jack Daniel, for asking me to do 4 for 1. It's K.A.A.N. I love it. I'm pissed off that I can't buy it. Black Lives Matter. Fuck everything else. Talk to you guys later. Bye.